What is a not fun fact? Oftentimes when pandas have cubs, if they have more than one they will choose which one to keep and abandon the other because she can't care for two. Grizzlies are the opposite. If they have a litter of just one, sometimes they'll abandon it and try to mate again the next year to try for a litter of multiple cubs. Sad face. So realistically, I can potentially find an abandoned panda baby and raise him to become the heir to my noodle shop. People with extreme scurvy start to have all of their old wounds open up. Everything with a scar is held together via an active process with collagen, and without vitamin C just sort of stop. What? Horses can't throw up, so if they eat something bad or get a bad gas bubble, they just lay down and die. Millions years of evolving and they still can't vomit. The image that most people have of blobfish is based on a misconception. People think that's what they look like all the time, but blobfish adapted to live in deep waters, which means the deeper you go, the more water pressure there is. Their bodies are not meaty like fish but more gelatinous because they adapted to the water pressure. If you accidentally pull them to higher levels but with less water pressure, their bodies don't handle it well. There's nothing keeping their bodies intact, so their bodies explode. Basically, every photo you've seen of a blobfish where they look big and pink, and, of course, blobby is a photo of a dead blobfish. Merchandise and cartoons designed after what they look like dead. Hell, they're referred to as what they look like dead. Had to look up a photo because I'd never heard this before. https://30a.com/wp content/uploads/2019/06/blobfishreddit.jpg. If a hamster gets too stressed, it will eat its kids. I had a hamster I had no idea was female. She had 7 babies. She ate 3 and suffocated the other 4. 2 weeks later, she broke out of her cage and found a mousetrap. That's a fun memory from my childhood. Edit, internet proof, https://imager.com/gallery/069xsyl. Greifswald Nuclear Power Plant, 1976, the almost Chernobyl of East Germany. In short, due to a short circuit resulting in a fire, then almost all coolant pumps failed. The NY Times says, a Chernobyl-scale nuclear disaster was prevented only when a single water pump in the emergency cooling system was able to draw off pressurized water heated to high temperature by the decay heat left in the reactor's core, thus preventing a meltdown. This incident became public with reunification in 1989. To be honest though, nearly every man-made disaster isn't just one thing that went wrong, it takes a whole series of things to go wrong in a particular order to happen, which is exactly why we build in things like extra failsafes and code/protocols for engineering. Chernobyl happens because there was a long serious list of failures, from the design, in the implantation, to the running of it, to literally doing the opposite what you were supposed to when shit was going wrong. Urine was used for teeth whitening and bleaching of clothes in ancient Rome. Yes, they rinsed their mouth with human and animal urine. Oh god, imagine all their clothes smelling like piss. They definitely wash it out with water, but there's gotta be that remaining sour smell. Male dolphins like to hunt fertile female in groups and hound them because they are unwilling. The females are often injured during this, some even die. They will also kill any young that are with the females just so they can breed. Killing the baby to them is just getting rid of a distraction to the mother, hoping they'll become fertile sooner/more willing to mate. A man once had a tapeworm get cancer. That cancer metastasized, and the man died from tumors of tapeworm throughout his entire body. So this one set off my bullshit detector big time, but turns out it's true. https://www.scientificamerican.com/article/tapeworm spreads deadly cancer to humans/ usually the body's immune system would have stopped this from happening, but the doctors believe it was due to the man having HIV and not taking his medication, which made it possible. Has made me decide I never want to get one of those crazy weight loss treatments where they put a tapeworm in my belly to tumor food for me. Or penguins rape the hell out of anything that looks vaguely penguin-like or doesn't move. In fact, it was so rampant that the 1910-13 Scott Antarctic expedition decided it was best not to bring it up so society wouldn't have to deal with the issue it would bring up. Scientists witnessed males having sex with other males and also with dead females, including several that had died the previous year. He also saw them sexually coerce females and chicks and occasionally kill them. The scientists blamed this astonishing depravity on hooligan males and wrote down his observations in Greek so that only an educated gentleman would understand the *horrors* he had witnessed. When I clicked on this thread, I expected scary disease facts, not a century-old gay penguin necrophilia cover-up. Cute, fuzzy little sea otters are known to rape baby seals to death. And penguins. It was once thought for birds, parrots, magpies to learn to talk, you had to release their tongue. This was done by cutting their tongue completely or partly off, of course without any anesthesia or painkillers. The tongue release plays absolutely no role in the bird's ability to talk. What the shit was the logic there? Oh, this bird can talk but it has a tongue, so that must be an issue because... Why are we mutilating birds again? In Australia there is a plant called the gympie gympie which has such a severe sting that horses who brush against it throw themselves off cliffs because they'd rather die than continue to experience the pain. Gympie Gympie Stinging Tree History. North Queensland Road surveyor A.C. McMillan was among the first to document the effects of a stinging tree, reporting to his boss in 1866 that his packhorse was stung, got mad, and died within 2 hours. Similar tales abound in local folklore of horses jumping in agony off cliffs and forestry workers drinking themselves silly to dull the intractable pain. Found this here: https://www.australiangeographic.com.au/topics/science-environment/2009/06/ Gympie Gympie One Stung Never Forgotten/. The little girl who voiced Ducky in the first Land Before Time was murdered by her father before the movie came out. Her gravestone says, "Yep yep yep." Her name was Judith Barcy and she was also in Jaws. Poor kid died a horrible death. Sloths only have enough energy for their weekly toilet trip to the jungle floor. If the baby falls from their underside in the trees onto the floor, they choose to preserve their energy and leave it to be eaten. Why can't they just drop a deuce from the branches up high? Edit: I now know why sloths can't just air raid turds from tree branches to conserve energy. Thank you Reddit. Spider, rain, you read that right, is a real and naturally occurring phenomenon. As Adele once said, set fire to the rain. Black bears eat their prey alive and ass first. There are estimated 300,000 black bears in the US. Till, bears eat ass. Most power outages in the US are caused by squirrels. Those fuckers are up to something. There is a genetic disease called FOP where your muscles and tissue turn to bone. Often called human statue disease, eventually people may have to decide whether they want to become frozen in a sitting or flat/standing position. Holy shit, imagine being forced to choose which way you want to spend your life but you can't move out of it. Fuck that. A blue-ringed octopus, found in the Pacific, is a tiny and cute little guy, but one painless sting gives enough venom to kill 25 male adults. These live everywhere on the coast where I live. I remember it being drilled into us really young not to stick our hand under rocks or into rock pools on the shore, because once you realize something had happened it would be too late. Australia. I live in Australia. The reason dogs love squeaky toys is because they sound like small animals dying. Why do you think cats like the PSPSPSPSPS noise? It sounds like happy rats. An old roommate had pet rats and they would make a happy little chittering noise when content. Sounded a lot like the noise we use to attract cats. The #1 cause of death among pregnant women is murder. Does that mean I now have a smaller chance of being in an accident? Silver linings, you know. Despite being the largest mammal, blue whales do not have large assholes. They defecate with an anus the size of a grapefruit. Which animal has the largest asshole? The reason you're supposed to contact a doctor if you have an erection lasting longer than 4 hours is because prolonged priapism can lead to gangrene of the dick. Blood goes in, deoxygenates, but can't leave, so there's no way for fresh oxygenated blood to come in, causing the tissue to turn black and die. Don't worry, though. This can be treated by using a big syringe to suck the trapped blood out. Migraines and strokes carry a lot of the same symptoms, so if you suffer regular migraines you may not notice you're actually dying one day. I'm a migraine sufferer and have nerve problems in my shoulder that mean I regularly lose the feeling in my left arm. I could have a stroke and heart attack at the same time and think I'm having a normal day. Climbing Mount Everest has a 6.5% mortality rate. What's more harrowing is that if you die, you will most likely be left there. There's currently over 200 dead bodies on Everest that are retrievable and now serve as markers for other climbers. Not a bad place to eternally rest, but upsetting for those left behind who can't give you a proper burial. Climbing K2, the second tallest mountain in the world, has a fatality rate of 29%. Thanks to Redditors, Penguin Pyramid, Lori has Reddit, Helpful Shock 8358, Machu Picchu 1232, Fulhi 425, Swanky Tigerer, Pumpkin from, A Bucket of Beetles, 640 Kilo, Legal Advice TA 1979, Dir Genealogist, Seadog 123, Ruby Hamster, Humped by Potato Maybe, Chaos Deluge 8, Tired of Yerish, Aaron X Eddie, Hannah Kate 2850, Zoe Love 90, Ketis McDaddy, GM Organism, Pandy Assassin 18, The Meta 40K, Manic Muncie, Huck Square, Very Critical Critic, Revolution, Seal Silver, Wrong John Silver, Marky Merc, I Was Told Not to Go Here, Penkin Baltaja, Emama, Can You Don't 12, Fat Electribe, No Anywhere 4955, Otters in Tuxedos, Super Saiyan Rice, E.T. Balti, Kindergoat, Hunter Separate 651, Jamie Sings, Boop Baboop, Ink Master 59, Endo Shota, Dismal Series, Tan Croissant, Z Oranger, Hell If I Care, Mortokes.